Today is 7/7/23, and we would like to take a few moments to review some of the achievements of our representative on the City Council, Brother John Muhammad. Over the past 9 months, Council Member Mohammed has worked diligently to uplift and support residents of our district by advocating for small businesses, addressing social justice issues, fostering community engagement, and so much more.
In this brief video presentation, we will share with you some of the work that is being done to build a stronger, more prosperous, and inclusive district.
But he can't do it alone. He needs your help. There are many ways you can get involved and make a difference right here in our community. So, if you haven't already, I encourage you to take the District 7 survey and subscribe to our newsletter at www.d7speaks.com.
By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about upcoming events, initiatives, and opportunities to get involved. Together, we can continue to build a stronger, more inclusive District 7. And once again, we would like to thank you for your dedication to our community and taking a few moments to review a little bit of the work being done to create a brighter future for District 7.
Let us begin by highlighting Council Member Mohammed's commitment to supporting small businesses and promoting economic development. During Small Business Week, Brother John stood alongside Mayor Ken Welch, Council Chair Brandy Gabbard, and other members of the Council, as well as city staff, to announce the allocation of $1.35 million to support small businesses in South St. Pete. Council Member Mohammed was also blessed to read a proclamation declaring Small Business Week during the launch of the Microfund Grant Program, which provides financial assistance to local entrepreneurs. Through these initiatives, we aim to foster economic growth and sustainability within our district.
Brother John also took time to meet with small business owners in our district, including a stop at the Tasty Treat Cafe, and participating in the ribbon-cutting ceremony of Sid's and the Catalyst on the Deuces. These establishments mark the opening of new spaces for meeting, collaboration, and contribute to the economic development of our district.
Recognizing the importance of a thriving business community, Council Member Mohammed is actively working with local business owners to organize the 49th Street Business Association. This initiative aims to unite local entrepreneurs, encourage collaboration, and support economic growth and development along the corridor.
Moving on to community engagement and outreach, Council Member Mohammed has been actively participating in neighborhood association meetings, providing opportunities for residents to voice their concerns, share ideas, and work together towards community improvement.
He has also held several one-on-one meetings with constituents on various topics, in addition to hosting 2 town hall gatherings to ensure their voices are heard and their concerns are addressed effectively. This direct engagement with the community allows him to understand the needs of our district and work with others to find the best solutions.
Council Member Mohammed has also recognized the outstanding contributions of individuals through the Sunshine Ambassador Awards. These awards celebrate those who are making a positive impact in our community and inspiring others to follow in their footsteps.
In addition, he actively participated in outreach efforts with the Urban Affairs Department, is co-hosting regular community canvases and cookouts, while also attending community events to engage with residents, listen to their concerns, and work towards finding solutions that positively impact our community.
Council Member Mohammed is also a consistent advocate for social justice and community support. He recently attended the Florida for All Unity March and Rally, advocating for equality, justice, and the well-being of all residents. He attended the St. Pete Pride Parade with his family and participated in a flag-raising ceremony, while promoting inclusivity and celebrating diversity.
Councilmember Mohammed has actively participated in Juneteenth celebrations, mural reveal, flag-raising ceremonies, and other events commemorating the emancipation of enslaved individuals and highlighting the significance of African American history and culture.
Addressing the critical issue of mental health, he served as a panelist and has been a strong advocate for raising awareness and advocating for improved resources and support systems within our community.
Moreover, Councilmember Mohammed contributed to the State of Black St. Pete panel discussion, addressing the challenges, achievements, and future prospects of the Black community in our district. Councilmember Mohammed's commitment to interfaith dialogue, cultural understanding, and unity is exemplified by his participation in the 5th annual Lifter Dinner, the budding Black and Jewish community cohort, regularly meeting with faith leaders, and attending church services in the district, all while promoting peace, harmony, and mutual respect within our diverse community.
Education and youth empowerment are also at the forefront of Councilmember Muhammad's agenda. He has visited schools within our district, engaging with principals to discuss challenges, opportunities, and ways to enhance educational outcomes for our students.
Councilmember Muhammad delivered the opening address at the St. Pete Strong Youth Conference, empowering young individuals and inspiring them to become leaders and positive agents of change. He also arranged a tour and shared words of encouragement to a youth group in the council chambers.
At the Keys to Manhood workshop, he delivered a keynote address emphasizing the importance of mentorship, personal growth, and character development among young men.
Recognizing the importance of education and opportunities for underrepresented populations in certain industries, Councilmember Muhammad participated in the Friends of Albert Whitted Airport Youth Scholarship presentation, which provided deserving students with resources needed to explore careers in aviation.
Councilmember Muhammad's legislative advocacy and commitment to community development are evident through his actions. He took action to close a loophole in the
Yeah, we did. I was in the board there.
Oh,
Wake
oh.
up, yeah.
What
Wake
was,
up.
what was the name of the band?
Man, I don't know. I can tell you on this show.
Go ahead.
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm you, John.
Kiana.
And I am the one, Mr. Edmund. This program is brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAC. And we would like to thank y'all for tuning in to help us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangsta.
baby, baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
No. I got a question. Yeah. It's Wayne. It's Wayne. What is the New Image Project? What is that? So the New Image Project. I'm glad you asked, my friend. So the New Image is an acronym for information media, arts, graphics, and entertainment. And it's actually a program that was put together by the Community Development and Training Center to help us to really control our narrative. Okay. They said as long as the lion don't know how to read and write, then the hunter will always tell the story. Okay. So we picked up the pen. Okay. So the idea is to publish articles, make movies, things like this, and, use platforms like this to tell our stories and, again, control our narrative and redefine what's cool. Absolutely. Magnificent. A very good question, my friend. And you can actually learn more about it by going to cdatcenter.org. cdatcenter.org. That's CDAT Center. Yep. At no dot. Yep. ORG. Yep. And you can learn about doing this project, man. My mic was nice.
It's Friday. We made it to Friday. Freestyle. You know, Mr. Edmund, you came in here ready. Who said that?
Somebody. Drink. There we go. Oh, I don't know what that was. You trying to clear our throat. Yeah, real quick.
You know
Turn it all the way up. Yeah. You got something to say this one of them days? All the way up. Can you hear me now?
Sometimes we pitch out.
Okay. Yeah, right? You can pitch a lot right now.
That's what I'm saying. And so that's the reason why I don't. I think maybe I turned that one off.
And no, you gotta still turn.
Somebody come on in.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Good morning, Mama Blue.
Mama Blue, what it do? Mama Blue, so what's your week been like?
Oh, it's been a long week.
Really? Very interesting week at that. Okay.
Well, what's your week been like?
It's been an interesting week. One of the highlights of the week came back from grocery co-op. Up and coming. It was a convention in St. Paul. It was powerful. I learned a lot. It was very powerful. Went out to the George Floyd memorial. Okay. It was interesting watching that community go through gentrification just like us. It reminded me. It already happened? Yeah. And I saw the picture that you posted. Yeah. So they turned that site where it happened into like a whole memorial. It don't look like. Is it still a store? Yep, the store's still open. But like right there in front of it, it's like a whole. Yep. like a Memorial Garden almost. Is that in the street? It's in the. Okay.
So wait, like did they? Because in the street, so no traffic can go by. Like
It's hard. It's like it's like one lane. So if it was two lanes, they made it one lane. And just took a lane. And, yeah, chunk right in front of the store. Yeah. Kind of like right where it happened at. Right. And it's a historic site. I mean, I think they made it. Look. Yeah, and I seen a roundabout that was there. Yep. You got 3 black fists, like in the middle of the roundabout. Okay. Minnesota.
I understand about roundabouts, right? But I hate them.
Okay, you hate roundabouts.
They just like in the most awkward place, and I understand that it's supposed to slow down traffic.
Yeah, they saying we need to turn up just a little bit, Kiana. Put it up to the little dot. Wow, we peak it out. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Just want to turn your radio up a little loud because it's my ear. It's my ear. You all in my ear. Get out of here. Yeah, we got some off-air production happening. Man, big shout out to the engineer. Yes, Lord. Y'all seen the dream behind the scenes. Y'all see what it did? Y'all see what it did?
Yeah,
I seen it.
Yeah. So is that better?
It'll do better. And so I've been going to schools, man. I'll tell you about the tour that I've been doing. Back to school? Back to school tour.
Yeah.
And so this week I was over at Gibbs. Last week I went to Perkins, Fairmont Park, Doug Jamerson, and Academy Prep.
Academy Prep is rolled out the whole shebang play.
Oh, I missed that. Academy Prep was. I missed that. All schools need to be like Academy Prep, but they really got it figured out over there. And then I see the difference they do. I seen the difference in
the students
in the magnet schools and traditional schools. Okay. Because like Jamerson is a magnet, and which one was 100% magnet? I can't even remember now. Perkins is
it's 100% magnet now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And School of the Arts, and just the conversation was totally different from being there to being at Fairmont Park. Like the challenges, the things that students are dealing with. Magnet schools, like we need
the curriculum should be somewhere similar, should be the same as the magnet, without the magnet part, or whatever so like Perkins is music for the arts.
Yeah, it's like all arts. So like performing arts, they got like a clay studio where you can pottery studio. They got the theater. They got like 3-4 theaters. They got a dance studio because it's like everything arts, right? They got a 250-seat theater, which used to be the church.
Okay,
and I think the thing that makes the magnet stand out is the parent engagement, because you have to apply, right? You have to like be intentional about putting your student in this program,
right?
You know,
it's hard to get because it's a lottery pick. So, because at this point in elementary, your grades or nothing is not getting you in. The lottery that's get you to the school, and I think that you can possibly be grandfathered in if you have a sibling there, but you still have to apply before the deadline so that you can secure their seat.
Yep, that's exactly right. And having that dreadful morning, Sierra, and that's the things. Like I said, knowing that you have something that you get in, and more engaged from just conversation.
Well, that's like a regular. You're looking at the magnet schools. You're looking at the fundamental schools that all kind of fall in that same kind of umbrella.
The difference with the fundamental, though, fundamental, like mandatory, you gotta do it. So it's like it's a slog. You gotta go to the school, and then it's if you don't participate in those fundamental, parent meetings,
right?
Whereas with these magnets, like you applied, you got your student in. So
but that's what fundamentals you got. Yeah. So when you go to the fundamentals program, you got to apply for that too. It's the same. So if you want your child to go to a school, a fundamental school, or traditional, and traditional is like wherever you zone that, you just that's where you fall at.
And so here's a call to action real quick, and a way we can support, because one of the things that I've been like going to the school anyway, Brother John, that ain't your thing. But teachers and administrative staff and the volunteer coordinators and the people at the school, like they have their finger on the pulse of what's happening with the children and the adults.
That's right.
So it's like when they're talking to them about what are the challenges that they're facing, what are you seeing, coming through here. One of the things that Fairmont Park is dealing with is the transportation, because in that 1 mile, like 1 to 2 miles. So if you live in Wildwood or if you live in Palmetto Park, and you got a student that goes to Fairmont Park Elementary, they have to walk. That's a problem,
Right.
You don't want a third grader, second grader walk almost a mile by themselves trying to cross 34th Street. They were saying it's one of the challenges, and so I'm gonna put a call out to churches who have them buses that you know what I'm saying, park every day. See how we can partner with them to maybe provide some transportation to these children, because they're saying that's a big problem. It's impacting attendance because the children just not coming to school. If the parent don't have transportation, they're not able to walk them and get them there.
Wow, that's
it really is. Another issue is homelessness in the schools. I mean,
yes, it's big.
it's like really big, and that was something that came up in my conversation over at Gibbs. Was the amount of homeless students, discipline. I mean, there was a lot. I'm actually gonna write up a summary, a report, and put it out, and then
that's good.
as we're asking people to volunteer, because that's another one of the questions. Brother John, what can I do? How can I help? We're going to include participation with the schools and support for the schools as a way that we can help in the community and throughout the district. And so, yeah, it's been a good.
I want to give you a big shout out for bridging that gap, because sometimes it's a gap between City Hall, the schools, and home. You get what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like we supposed to hand them off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it ain't real. It's not really a handoff.
Right.
It's really just gone.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really just gone.
And then they're trying to scoop them up and pick them up.
Yeah.
The other thing that I thought was interesting was they said that children who first years of school was during the pandemic, they really struggled.
Wow.
Because you think about it, if
they were at home. They were at home. It wasn't
first grade was at the house.
Right.
Kindergarten was at the house.
And a lot of times you weren't doing nothing. Look, let's call it spade a spade.
Yeah.
Like you was just kind of sitting up there, and so the fundamentals that you needed to advance, and then you don't want to hold that child.
They waived a lot of the testing requirements, gave them some grace, and this is what I ran into. I was talking to the principal at Gibbs. Shout out to Barry Brown, and he was saying that grace that they gave them, so they didn't have to test during COVID, but then after COVID, they changed the requirements and made it more rigorous.
Yeah, made it stiffer.
And made it stiffer. So you went from like having a grace period where you don't have to test, then coming back to a test is harder than the test that you were taking before.
Which was like,
and so that transition is another one of the challenges that they're seeing.
Wow.
With.
So would you be, and this is because it's freestyle for today.
Sure.
So like, would you like because of COVID, right? Would we see that like maybe for like 2 years we might need to go to a year school system so that we can get our kids caught up?
I don't know.
Well, that's an answer for the audience. Ask the audience.
I mean,
what y'all think about an all year school year? I think all year school would be just great all around. Like China.
Yeah.
Like some of these other countries go to school all year, and you can see the production level of something like that. You get what I mean? And I think that's what kind of production level we need.
That's academy prep. So they don't do all year, but they go maybe 2 or 3 weeks
in the summer. Yeah.
Their school year is longer.
Yeah.
And it's an expectation and really a requirement for
and I'm not saying that they don't get no break, but they don't get a full 2 months off.
Right.
No, they get a little bit.
They get maybe like
June,
8 weeks, 6 or 8 weeks, almost
July. Yeah,
they got in May and then go back in August, May, June, July. Yeah, they seem like that break longer this year.
So they get out in May, so they got half of May, June, all of July. So it's like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't remember summer being that long. We was in school.
I think we got out in June. But we you know what? We went back to school later. Like we went back closer to the end of August.
Yeah, that's true.
And not the beginning of August. But it's something that maybe, if our children are our future.
Yeah.
They are.
And on where you sitting.
Right. True. But if they're struggling, why won't we give them the tools that they need? Like if we took school from them for a year and we need to make that up some type of way.
Yeah, because
they said that's one of the challenges that they face, especially in those earlier grades, like elementary schools. Um, again, your fundamentals, you know,
The fundamentals.
and so they said from first to third grade, you're learning to read, and then after third grade, you're reading to learn. And so if you haven't figured that first part out, then everything after that is going to be a
It's a
struggle.
blur.
It's going to be a blur and be a struggle, and it causes all kind of challenges. Yeah, that's what my week has been like.
Okay, that's really good. And the kids are inspiring, aren't they?
They are. They really are inspiring, man. Just to see the reception and the way that
Right.
they receive you. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
The kids expiring.
Inspiring.
I
Inspiring.
know.
Inspiring.
They going to
Inspiring.
I didn't call you out. You asked me.
No, I'm okay with you calling me out.
Mr. Edmund is watching.
Cause you be calling me out. You know you're guilty. But no,
I'm not.
I didn't call you out. I was just saying.
But I called myself out. Like
Yeah.
if you said, it, I'm like, yeah, and I knew I said it, but then it was already out there. Inspiring.
Here we go. Going
Through
through
the
the
Hey,
Those are
like
boy band.
I love it here. I
Oh,
love
he
it
said he
here.
was in a boy band. What's the name of the group?
I don't remember.
Freestyle Friday.
You don't know.
I was in a group too, though. New Style Express. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh, yeah. And so that was another one of the highlights. So last Saturday was my wife's birthday,
Okay.
and my son-in-law's birthday was last Wednesday. So the party was last weekend, and they had DJ Red. I don't know if y'all know DJ Red. He's a young guy. He's not the DJ Red that we
Not
grew up
DJ
on.
Red Dog.
Not DJ Red Dog, but DJ Red, young brother. And I was on the mic, man, and we turned up and had a real good time. So yeah, I had to put on my DJ hat and get the party jumping.
So
DJ
you know,
jumping.
on Wednesday after we did that, I did another podcast Wednesday evening plug report, right?
Okay, I see you on the plug report. Tell me about it.
Oh no, so it was kind of funny. We talked about like all these failed relationships.
Okay.
And we talked about co-parenting.
Okay.
Tyler Perry.
We did talk.
I don't know what's happening with
So Tyler Perry kind of came out and was just like, honestly, how can I sum it up in a nutshell? So, if that a lot of times women are dismissing men who make less money than them, and they have all the qualities that you need. Like they're good to you, getting everything
the
else.
one box that they don't check is finance, but every other box is solid.
And so Tyler was like, "You need to pick him, like
the one without the money, but everything else."
And even what he's saying is,
I'm trying to fill in the blank.
no. But what he said was like, he may can only pay 2 bills.
Right.
You know,
Y'all
he
tag
may
a friend, share it with
he only be able to pay like a light bill. But if you have the money, then
pay the
you're
bill.
missing out. Yeah,
you're missing out basically
you're missing out.
on a good life because you haven't, because of the standards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was
lower your standards, or just understand that
back off the Instagram.
So here you go.
Just back off the Instagram.
It's just 3 C's. You know, communication, commitment, and consideration.
Okay.
Right? In your relationship.
Yep.
And then I kind of agree with Tyler on this one. I'm going to rock with that. I see a lot of single women that's out here that's looking for love, but that checkbox, you got to make as much as me or more than me to be with me.
I got a hot take on that.
You know what I mean? It's something, but if I make 70 and he makes 30, we together we're bringing in 100,000.
That's right.
That's a good income coming in.
That's a good household income.
Right.
Yeah. That's with 2 people, that's probably like 120% AMI.
Right.
We start looking at the AMI.
So my hot take on this, right? Especially, system is set up so that the women could make more than the man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? In a lot of scenarios, not all,
right,
but in a lot of scenarios, and then where that leave the relationship.
Yeah, that's what she said that too. Money shouldn't be able to buy everything. And we talked about this, I think, on Monday when I was here. We talked about just the impact of income on relationships and how it can turn things sour. But what I want to do is remind y'all that you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show right here on 99.1 FM. If you'd like to donate or contribute to the show, you can do so by going to 99jamsthebird.com. We definitely appreciate your support. Also, that little button, that little thing next to your share button at the bottom is for stars. Hit that star button, see what happens. And I tell you what happened. I tell you, it's going to give you an opportunity to support the programming and the work that we're doing here. Today is actually American Business Women's Day.
Wait a minute.
Yep. Okay, look, Kiana got it going on. She got like 4 phones ringing over there. And we got a caller calling in.
Caller.
It's Freestyle Friday.
What's on your mind?
Are they on the air?
Yes, they're on the air. Caller, introduce yourself.
Joyful morning.
Joyful morning.
Joyful morning. So I just want to add also the ladies who are with all the money. If you really ask them, they're not even really happy when they lay down in it. So you got all the money, but you're still not even really happy when you have somebody who can help you form happiness, have peace. That money don't bring. So sometimes I think having a real balance is, or looking at it and really saying you got all this money, but are you really happy? Because sometimes just having a little less money and more of really what you need, you can outfit a great household.
I love that, Sierra. Like, thank you.
That's a great contribution. Great contribution.
Yeah, so I agree with Tyler. So do y'all agree with Tyler?
That hold on. Give me his take again. Just make sure I got it right before I say it.
Okay, so Tyler Perry said that you just need, basically, is that if you have the money.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, so this is
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's
the bag.
If you want to be happy, I mean, everybody's different. So if you got a lot of people that's in the material things. Like I remember the great conversation that was had here on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club when NY was here, and she was talking about how
she'll buy a PlayStation 5.
They she's kind of free with it. You know what I'm saying? As long as the money is right, then she all right. With pretty much anything, and you have an understanding in your agreement. So I think this is I'm gonna channel my inner Kiana. The two people in the relationship are the ones who define it.
Oh,
right. I think
So if it worked for you, make it happen.
Yeah.
Can we talk about American Business Women's Day?
No.
Okay. What happened?
No, we cannot.
Why not?
I didn't say we could.
You said no.
I said no.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Responding to something else. So today it's Freestyle Friday. So American Business Women's Day is celebrated on September 22nd.
Okay.
It serves as a powerful testament to the indomitable spirit of women in the corporate world. It reflects the notion that if a man can, a woman can too, and sometimes even better. This is an article that I did not write. While we've made significant strides since the post-World War II era in recognizing women's contributions to business, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done to bridge the gender gap fully. And with those strides, the true gender equality in business remains an aspiration. There's actually an ongoing struggle to create workplaces where women can thrive without bias or prejudice. To further this cause, there's actually a group of women who highlight their achievements and also provide like tangible support. And so if you'd like to support them, one way you can empower women is by helping them access scholarships and vocational and technical courses, because that's not usually something that's pursued by a lot of women. You usually direct the men and the boys towards the trade and the women towards different pursuits. These opportunities can enhance their skill sets, making them even more valuable, making their contributions even more valuable in the workplace. And so on this day, let's not acknowledge the accomplishments of women in business, but also commit to fostering an environment where women are recognized, respected, and rewarded for their talents and dedication. And today is American Business Women's Day, and we actually have an American businesswoman that's going to be joining us at the top of the hour, Miss Nola.
She is. She might be a little late. She's stuck in traffic.
Okay.
So what y'all don't know about Miss Nola, she came all the way from Orlando.
Yeah.
And so there's an accident. She got seen two accidents.
That's that I-4.
Yeah, one in I-4 and one in Tampa.
That's
and
horrible,
she been on the road since 5:30 to get here for us.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, So, you know, women in business, tag them, put them in chat.
Put them in, put them in, put them in, put them in, put them
Jaquetta,
in.
morning, good to see you. Jab, I see you. King Jab, thank you for tuning in, man. Y'all tag some of your friends and share it with them. Um, today slash tomorrow is also the autumn equinox. Um, so it's the event that heralds the enchanting season of autumn. As the sun crosses the celestial equator, day and night share an equal span, symbolizing the harmonious balance between night and darkness. So basically, it's starting the fall season. How does fall? How's
It's a Libra season. That's what it
Libra
is.
Oh,
That's the
I
Libra
seen you said
season.
that.
Libra season. So yeah,
starting
today slash tomorrow will be like the first day of fall.
Libra season.
tomorrow
Libra
is
season.
Libra season. Oh,
Okay.
today is my cousin Trina's birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Trina.
Hey, Trina.
Today
Welcome.
is Cran birthday.
Shout out to
Amazing
Cran.
Crane. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Dream Maker.
Who else birthday today? Yeah.
It was my
Man,
granny's
there's a
birthday
lot
yesterday.
of birthdays right coming up in the next couple
Yeah.
days and weeks.
I
It's
know.
time.
Happy
Next
birthday
Friday.
to y'all all.
So they say fall is the time for the harvest, and that's what a lot of the celebrations and the festivals are. I think the
Mhm.
harvest moon maybe like on the 27th, 28th, like
Mhm.
one of the brightest. So how's fall to you?
I
Y'all,
love fall.
you like fall?
I do. I
Fall,
like the
fall,
fall. I
fall
like
treat
the
you
fall.
good?
I like the fall colors. Like
Okay.
you have your olive greens and
Yeah.
your burnt oranges
I like that
and your
burnt orange too.
browns and all that other stuff. So I like the fall.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fall. Tell me about
I
your
mean, I'm a year-round person,
Okay.
so
No particular season.
yeah, I love all the seasons.
I
Yeah.
don't. I do not
I
like.
love.
You like winter?
Well,
They like my
okay.
churn. I love them equally.
No. So,
No preference,
I,
right?
I love them equally.
You don't have no favorite season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we live here in Florida.
Mhm.
So all our seasons kind of are the same. So this is why I can be.
Listen, I mean, I love them wherever I go. If I go somewhere else and it's cold, I put on a jacket and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And if it's warm when I get back, I take the jacket off
And
and enjoy myself.
That's,
But you
that
don't.
sounds
But
pretty
you don't. But
straightforward to me.
listen. But you don't have to admit. Like if you lived up north, winter is another job. Like if you had to go out there
In the
and
snow,
put snow,
I
preheat your
would
car,
migrate.
Okay.
and then
I
you
would
gotta
migrate.
you gotta put the stuff on your wheels so that you're not slipping and sliding when you're riding in snow. You gotta shovel your driveway. Like that's how
I
you
don't
love
have
that
no
equally.
reality on that.
You
But yeah, I can
you
imagine.
love
I
that
can
equally.
I would
imagine.
have to migrate. I would have
So
to.
you
I would have to migrate
So
to
To a
warm.
place where you can enjoy it.
You know, that's what nature do. You know, people like when the birds it get cold up there, the birds fly south because they don't like that snow either.
So again, it
They
goes
don't
back.
want to-
The birds don't like the
So,
snow
but he just said he loved them equally. He
because
don't
of
like the
because of where he is though. I guess
that was my whole
that's the
point.
point. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
Like Miss Blue said, you got to put chains on
Right. So we having a little technical difficulties with our Facebook feed. We're gonna restart. Yeah, we're gonna restart the over there. And okay, yeah, no, that's because we just changed it up. We're gonna do something on that side so that we can get back on this side. But yeah, we still going, y'all. And so yes, Freestyle Friday, man. But tell me, so what's the solution, man? How you handle that immigration thing? Because that's been an ongoing problem for a long time.
The first thing you got to do, you got to start telling people the truth,
which is
they might not want to be here. They might not want to come over here. This might not be the place for you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And get over that. What they call it? American exceptionalism.
Okay.
Because the marketing has worked.
So people want to be here.
And they come in by the thousands.
But
to get
when
here,
you look at it, I mean, sometimes it's still better than where they're coming from.
In most cases, from what they're saying, I mean, once they finally get here, but because the pathway
humanely, if the trip causes them to potentially maybe lose their life, so what you risking to get here, may not be worth it.
The risk versus the reward. I see that.
Here, they doing you wrong.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. They calling you all kinds of names.
But you gotta think. So on the other. It still makes because you're being wrong where you at. Yeah. You're being called all types of names. You can't afford to feed your family. So you running for the water. So you running. Yeah. So at this point, it's like I'm gonna die here or die trying to get somewhere better.
Listen. Since you put it that way, because I might have to take that run myself. Like if things go wrong here, would we leave?
Where would you go? Would you and where would somewhere better be?
Think of it kind of like not even that. Just think about it like the underground. Think about like the underground.
Say it again.
Railroad. Think about it. They left. The South wasn't treating them right. They had to get out.
Left and got to the North and found the same thing.
But it was still, but they felt
right. It's kind of like what you just said.
But they felt better there, like they decided to stay up there. You know what I mean? So they was willing to risk their lives for the possibility of something better.
And so I'm glad
that's crazy.
That, right?
Yeah.
You said Africa because like Africans are leaving like Northern Africa and going to like Italy and Spain and
right.
They say they're killing them people, shooting them people at the border.
And when they get to them other countries now?
They say it's what they call tragedies. What they call it when they do a tragedy? It's one of them big words, but that's what they say they do.
Genocide?
They didn't say genocide.
I don't know.
Humane.
They treat the people real bad though.
Real bad.
Yeah. When they get to other countries.
When they get to like. Because they've been going to like Italy.
So the same thing is happening to people south of the border
but
here.
How our government versus how the other governments are. That's what,
is it better or is it worse? They're saying.
I think it's a little more humane over
here. Okay, then how they getting done over there?
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
That's what they say.
Okay. Just straight, exterminating people. Well, that sucks.
I know it is.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, that's really bad.
It's like going on all over the world, not just here.
Right.
It ain't just people trying to get here. Like they say what's on the other side of Haiti? The Dominican Republic. They say the Dominican Republic closed their borders because of all the people trying to get over there.
Wow.
Illegal immigration.
So they want people to just stay where you at and make where you live a safe and decent place.
If you're a certain kind of person, because they're welcome.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking like
that's true.
We fly into Italy or something. You get what I'm saying? And they doing them boards like that at the border. And I'm American here with a visa. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna treat me the world different than they're gonna treat them people.
And you see it like with Cuba and Haiti. Right? Yeah. Like if you coming from Cuba, they roll out the red carpet for you. And when you coming from Haiti, they put up a red brick wall and try and get you to go back. And so you're right, depending on where you coming from.
Like you said, the wet foot, dry foot policy.
Yeah. You get here. Yeah. They got like all kind of stuff for you. But then when Haitians come, you know what I'm saying? They put them back on, and send them back. Like, it's Racism is real, man. Worldwide. International racism. So we got a book of the day. Book of the day. Let me get to it. The book of the day is The Prince by Nicola Machiavelli. It's the second edition. So here's the summary. So it's a short treatise on how to acquire power, create a state, and keep it. The Prince represents Machiavelli's effort to provide a guide for political action based on the lessons of history and his own experience as a foreign secretary in Florence. His belief that politics has its own rules, so shocked his readers that the adjectival, this is from the intellectual gangster too, his belief that politics has its own rules so shocked his readers that the adjectival form of his survey name, Machiavellian, came to be used as a synonym for political maneuvers marked by cunning, duplicity, or bad faith. Machiavelli. The first time I heard about Machiavelli was Tupac.
Tupac Machiavelli.
In
his own.
I didn't even know that was a book. I didn't know that was like a figure, a political figure. Have you ever read the book Machiavelli?
No, I haven't read.
The Prince.
I've read like excerpts of it and stuff like that. I've never really delved deep into it. But I kind of found out about Machiavelli kind of the same way through the.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you.
We back up almost.
I'm working over here.
Yeah, Kiana over there. She making magic happening over there behind the scenes, y'all.
So yeah, I found out through turn your phone up or something. I found out about it through Machiavelli.
Found out through Tupac.
Yeah, because he wasn't Machiavelli the Prince.
He was Machiavelli the Don. Okay. Yeah, that's when I found out about it. But shout out to Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Put the book in the chat. So if you'd like to get that book, good morning, Kiss. I see you. Eric Jackson, what's happening, my big brother? And yeah, that's the book of the day, man. And
man, that's an excellent book of the day.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I got some more.
Okay, what you got, man?
This straight from DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad says Nicki Minaj's husband is on house arrest for threatening Offset. Right after that, she previews a song on IG. She got called Killers who will pull up and do what she said. This was the
well, so here we go. So what it is Nicki Minaj's husband is already on federal probation.
Okay.
And then what he did was threaten Offset, and he had some other felons with him. So then that made him violate his federal probation.
Kids say as he should be. He a dummy.
Listen, the man pulled out the phone when I'm watching it, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to understand, dude like 50, man. And so what made me think is about Arrested Development.
Okay.
They have us doing the same things we were doing when we were 18, at 25, at 35, at 50.
Like never really growing up.
Never really growing up mentally. So your age grew, but your mental, these boys standing out, him and 3 of his crew, they standing out there waiting on, telling them, hey man, come on out here, we out here waiting on you, showing people where they at. Yeah, we for real, it's real. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what is this? This like 18-year-olds doing this, y'all?
Right, and they on the other side of 40. The higher side, the higher side of 40, and they doing that. I'm seeing a lot of hey dummies in the
Listen, it was so crazy when I watched it, and I'm thinking like,
Offset takes a video, getting off a private plane,
right,
and he laughing at them like, y'all broke.
Okay, we back, y'all.
And then Offset goes into Nicki Minaj. You're welcome. Nicki Minaj's husband inbox and was like, basically, you need to stay out of women's stuff. Like,
listen, he right though, because it was his girlfriend, the girls going through
the wives. It was the wives beefing, and he was like, you basically need to stay out of women's stuff.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
It was just like words, and like it wasn't even. I don't even really call that stuff beef. They ain't did no diss tracks against each other or nothing. You get what I'm saying? I heard about the husband before I heard about the females.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? And
Okay, so but the root of it was the guys.
was the ladies.
Was the ladies.
Yeah.
Okay. That is so crazy, man.
Listen, it's one of the most and then so Offset got an album coming out called Fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, couldn't this be more perfect timing for the dude?
Okay. I missed that. Because we getting all kind of technical cues and
hey man.
Chats and
hey man, don't y'all worry about
nothing.
that.
It's not a crime to dislike someone.
No, and it's not a crime. It's not a crime really to let something slide. We got to get past. We got to get past the point. Yeah, big shots out to the Black St. Pete pledge though. But we got to get past the point of, we got to track down everything and keep the receipts on everything. Some of this stuff, man, you can let go.
Yeah, just move past it
and that's a part of wisdom that you get that as you grow older or you get more wiser.
And nothing but
it's the rest of the development of our whole culture.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Because once the older you get, it's like, you do kind of like.
Yeah, you man, I can let that man.
It ain't really that serious. Like I got something to lose, and I got more. Like the things that we value and all of that, it changes as you get older.
He said, Maurice said a good thing when he was on here. It was like, you can't ask somebody to give up their dream. You know what I mean? For this stupid beef. Because somebody looked at you wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you
now
really mad.
Ask you to risk your whole life.
Yeah, he called the homies and we done. Hey.
Yeah. Because somebody looked at you wrong because what you felt was like disrespect. Like,
I got family that got caught up like that. Yeah. Like something they had nothing to do with. Got called to the scene, ended up doing something, and been sitting for a long time because somebody called them into some BS.
Yeah.
Dang.
Once you get to the root of
it. And
it.
that's why you can't, you got to be careful with that.
Jeff said he violated sex offender probation. We can't leave that out.
Listen. And what's messed up, he had his homeboys. Now y'all looking like the Three Stooges. You get what I'm saying? Y'all sitting up, with the rah-rah talking all tough. And the man zoomed back from Tahiti somewhere. They in the dark, you know what I'm saying, by a bunch of garbage cans and stuff. Like they waiting on him. He do it live with jet blue skies behind him.
Saying he ain't like he
laughing at him.
He on some grown folk stuff. like
really?
A grown man in this scenario.
And probably younger than them.
Ooh, wow.
I'm gonna tell you, they kind of both was childish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he trolled them back though. Yeah.
They kind of went back and forth a little bit. I think everybody kind of wanted a little something so that everybody talking about all four of them.
Okay.
Right now.
Does it translate to record sales or more streams to their music?
Because people then start looking for stuff. You know what I mean?
Who these people are. And
you might stumble across something. Honestly, all of it's stupid.
Did y'all see this thing? I saw a post by Bo about Rod Wave. Like there's this battle between him and another artist,
pop artist,
between him and a pop artist for #1 on the Billboard charts. And the website that posted these two people, they posted like a mugshot of Rod Wave, and it was like, okay, like all of the pictures that he has, this the picture that you decide to show when you talking about him in a battle for the #1 spot on the Billboard.
You gotta think it wasn't a lot of rap music going #1 this year, so that's probably one of the first or second albums to chart that high.
Okay,
but you know what?
Nostalgia, right?
Yep.
Right, but Rod more like of a singing, more like he not like a. Cause he sang like he kind of harmonized.
But it's rap. It's hip hop rap. They classify it like, you know what I'm saying. But this is the thing.
It's in the hip hop category.
They put his mug shot versus like her album cover.
Yeah, let me tell you.
With his mug shot. That's slime ball stuff.
That's very. We just talked about this on Wednesday when I said how they blurred out the little black boy face.
Yeah.
But the media showed like the one who who killed his mother.
You don't see the footage at all if it was the other way around.
If it was a white kid, they don't show the footage at all. But then for this little black boy, even though they blurred out his face, you see the footage of it, so you knew who did the crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so listen, when white media is in control, they always want to paint a narrative as if we're always the bad people. You know what I mean? And so
And that's the whole point of the New Image Project. You asked the question when we started, what is the New Image Project? That's exactly,
to give us a good look.
To really give ourselves a good look, and like knowing that we got other pictures besides our mugshot.
And just to flip that pancake, a lot of people don't know Rod Wave last 4 albums has went platinum.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So his only 4 albums that he done dropped.
Every album that he did has
went platinum. Yeah. So it's other things to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause when you want to change the narrative of it, that's
they make it seem like a criminal is is going to be number one or is number one, because I think she was trying to catch him. Like, he is number one by, like, I think at that time it was 10,000.
Oh yeah. I seen that.
So he was like up.
Yeah.
Like, so he is number one, but the way it reads is like he's trying to catch her, like, in this battle. And it's just like flaw stuff, media doing what media does.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but shout out to Rod Wave, man.
Major shout out.
Really representing.
Because he came out, he did it like
that's real.
He's doing a lot of stuff that people want to do. You know what I mean?
And he from here. You know what I'm saying? People don't know. Big shout out to the whole Hit House family.
They know.
I mean, some people don't know.
Who don't know?
Some people do not know one of the biggest artists in the music industry is from St. Pete, and they don't know that. People think it's automatic. Man, some people don't know that.
Oh, yeah, I was with Will Packer the other day, too. And I sent the picture to my daughter saying, "Oh, with Will Packer." She was like,
"Who?"
She was like, "Who is that?"
Thank you. See what I'm saying? Just walk.
So I'm going to tell you. No.
He the biggest director. He the biggest black director in America.
No. But it's a difference from Will and a difference from Rod. Like, y'all, so
everybody don't listen to rap music.
No, but the people who do.
That's it.
No. The people who do, and the fans of Rod, and he had a lot, because this is why he's number one.
Okay.
In his music, he talks about St. Pete all the time. Yeah. And so I done traveled, you done traveled, we done listen to it. Boom. If I tell some people I'm from St. Pete, they be like, Rod Wave. I'm telling you, most people know, if they're fans of him. Now, Will, they may not know, because Will is behind the scenes. He's not in the front.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this.
Go ahead.
We don't subscribe to all.
Ooh.
Everybody don't know.
It's the coffee. It's the coffee. It's the coffee.
We don't subscribe to all.
Big shouts out to Will Packer, Rod Wave, everybody doing something from this city, man. We salute y'all so much.
We're late. All right. Well, maybe 6 now. 6 minutes after
4.
No.
Killed in the attacks on US cities. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has arrived in Ottawa for his first visit to Canada since Russia's full-scale invasion last year. He was welcomed by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Camilla Mills reports.
Canada is home to a large Ukrainian community, and Mr. Trudeau's government has pledged support to Ukraine throughout the
auto
war.
workers threaten
On
to
Friday,
expand
Mr.
their strike
Zelensky will
today
hold
against the
formal...
Big Three. All that and more coming up.
99 Gems. The Bird.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edman. I go by Mr. Edman. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, your brother John, yourbrotherjohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Kiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Pete is small. And so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, everybody knowing each other, of course, will be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. It was a St. Pete that existed, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, somewhat a struggle for Black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to, implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college in
Orlando?
Talk to us, Soprano.
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the, voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about, Amendment 4 and other local, policies.
Indigenous territory that will be able to stop climate change from happening and preserve our bodies.
To returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about, Amendment 4 and other local, policies and politics. Enjoyed it, so we started doing it on Sundays as like a podcast with, at the time, Janet Michelle. She was our co-host, and she, filled that role until she moved. And then we had Carla Bristol, Carla B. She came in for a season. And then Reno was behind the scenes. He was always present because we did organizing together, so he'd come and hang out. And then the things that he was saying off camera was like, man, we might as well just have you on the show.
The negative thoughts that you is thinking about right now, or any particular subject, y'all, just flip it. Turn problems into opportunities. Problems are opportunities, man. Big shouts out to Charles Soprano, man.
Real deal, man.
We on the jump board together right now.
Just being around people and clearly always talking, I just felt like at least learn something, so as you see that you're not going to shut up, you can have substance to your conversation and not just be labeled somebody who just love to talk.
Really being informative, looking to give the information that isn't readily available in our community.
Multiple meteorologists can look at the same data and come up with a different forecast.
And so now you take those models, take that data and say, okay, based upon all of that,
absolutely,
you might be in between here and there, and that's my know what I'm saying speech. Most recently, after Carla B, transitioned out and went to do other things as well, Kiana, we invited Kiana.
I've been working with the guys for a while outside of this, and they called me to interview. And when I came in to interview that Sunday, after the show, they was like, hey, you need to be a part of the show. And I was like, okay.
I look at it almost like a band and the instruments, but it's just the instrument that we're using is our voices.
My voice is already kind of squeaky. I know my voice can get squeakier.
You have to have your radio voice on and have that vocal control.
I talk lower when I need to calm it down and when I'm very passionate.
Am I on? I don't know. I don't know what you
Can you hear me?
told. Yeah, turn it down.
I can't hear myself.
But I
I
hear
can't
you.
hear myself.
And I hear myself because it's a speaker in here playing.
Hello?
And that speaker that's playing.
There we go.
But
hey.
What you said?
We back, y'all. Reality radio, man. Welcome back to the
At
Tampa Bay
its
Breakfast
finest.
Club. Yeah, Freestyle Friday. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmund. I'm coming in loud and piping.
Yes, and this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT.
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in to help us to redefine what's cool. It was that one. Yeah, that one. Whatever that last thing you did, it fixed whatever needed to be fixed.
Okay, let's go.
Now y'all go ahead and tag a friend so they can come back in.
Come on back in. Let them know we back, y'all. So are people looking for jobs?
Jobs.
Some people are.
Okay.
I think some people are discouraged because they filled out a lot of applications and never got a look.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm one of those people. I never got a look through applications.
Really? It was always knowing somebody that knows somebody? And then it's like, okay, yeah, we got this guy. I hear that.
You know, the work speak for itself sometimes.
That's true. Let me see here. We got some instructions in the chat what to do about that thing.
That thing you hear?
But if you are looking for a job, or you're trying to change it up and do something different, and you want to get a job, maybe change careers, St. Pete Works Collaborative, led by St. Pete College, is having
job fair
in their partnership with the City of St. Pete and the Pinellas County Urban League. They will be hosting their First Responders Career and Resource Fair. That's going to be September 27th at St. Pete College All-State Center, 3200 34th Street, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're a career seeker, you will have the opportunity to discover the true meaning of service as they join the ranks of the fearless men and women who dedicate their lives to protect and serve our community. Whether they're seasoned professionals seeking a new challenge or a passionate individual ready to start an extraordinary career, this career and resource fair is the gateway to their future. So please join us to bring together some of Pinellas County's best talent and the most vibrant community career seekers and industry leaders within the area. Again, that's the St. Pete Works Collaborative hosting a First Responders Career and Resource Fair on September 27th at SPC All-State from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also, we're calling all visionaries and people in the 49 in and around the 49th Street area. You know, we had we actually worked on the 49th Street Business District.
Okay.
And we had to cancel or postpone the meeting that we had because of Hurricane Idalia. And so we actually have another date, and we want to invite you to join us to this upcoming meeting where we're going to be shaping the vision for the 49th Street Business District. That will be October 2nd. I think that's next Monday or the Monday after. He over there messing with stuff and Kiana banging on the table, y'all. You got to see it. I can't make it up. He telling him, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Whatever it is you was about to do, don't do that. I know you're trying to fix it, but don't do that.
It's just one button. When I mash it, it's going to solve everything.
Okay, well, go ahead. But just don't go down. Mash that button up top. And watch this. Dun, dun, dun. But anyway, yeah, 49th Street Business District, man. The meeting will be held on October 2nd at 6 o'clock at the Gulfport Neighborhood Center. And we're inviting everybody to come out, man, and help us to shape the vision for 49th Street. Last thing, y'all, State Rep Michelle Rayner, she's calling on high school students in House District 62. She's doing a first ever bill writing contest for the upcoming 2024 legislative session. You heard about this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, she turned your mic off. I can't hear you now. So the bill writing, you got to push the button. Push the button. So the first ever bill writing contest. This contest will serve as an opportunity for high school students to get more involved in the legislative process, as well as improving our community. What she's doing is asking them to submit what they want to recognize and identify an issue in the community, create a one-page solution that will address the issue, and then submit that work to HD062 at myfloridahouse.gov by the deadline, which is October 1st.
What about college students?
She said high school. And if chosen, your bill ideal will be among one of the bills that she will sponsor in the 2024 legislative session.
Okay, big shouts out to Rep Rayner.
And speaking of college students, man, I want to thank you. Working with some students from USF.
Okay, yeah, big shouts out to
Nathan,
the USF team. Yeah,
I forget the other brother's name, but I'm actually meeting with Nathan this afternoon.
Okay, blessings.
And these brothers, you know, some students from USF, man, they came in, looked at the budget and had some budget ideas, budget recommendations It's a little bit late in the process right now, but we're going to meet and talk about, the path forward and what we can do, because they're really interested in being involved in co-governance. And so I just want to thank you for your leadership development and putting them in touch with, their local council member so that we can co-create and build things together, man. And these, 19, 20-year-olds that's actually on the site saying, I looked at all 328 pages of the budget and I got some ideas. So,
I'm glad you said that.
So we're going to sit down and talk to them.
Because you got to respect, just the go-getter nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To grab that thing and really...
Yeah. I was surprised.
Here go the notes.
Because most 19 and 20-year-olds at that point is not at that point, if that makes sense.
Yep.
No, that make a lot of sense because they're not.
They don't see the significance of it at that point.
They can't balance a checkbook at times. Talking about going through a 300-page budget. You know, some people, very close to that budget ain't go through it.
Yeah, that's true. Not all 300 pages.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm just being one time. Wow.
They read the Cliff Notes.
That's the truth.
And the Cliff Notes is what everybody else said. What you said about
budget in brief.
Give me that.
You read 1 to 50. All right, what you got from that?
Yeah.
You read
the budget in brief. No, because they do. They give you like a workbook. So you got like the big budget.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got like your so that's the whole budget. And then you got like the operating budget. So you got like capital improvement budget.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like the budget workbook and the steno. And then you got the budget in brief, which is like 2 pages.
And so people,
you know what I'm saying? So you get to pick your struggle,
But the thing is,
your level of engagement, I'll say.
And they're counting on most people are just going to look at the 2 pages.
The budget in brief,
and then maybe the second one. So in the big one, this is where all the nuts, that's where all the good stuff where they're hiding.
Like all the line items.
And you don't know about, like, they say, hey, we're going to make our parks clean, but then they throw something else in there that you don't want.
Or it's like this. They say, it's in the budget. Like it's in there. And then when you go through like page 272, you see it in the budget, but it's like $4. You know what I'm saying? But it's in the budget already.
Yeah.
And them boys went through every page of it. And we're going to meet and talk about, what they saw and ways that we can really represent and advance and move.
We got you in the budget.
With their recommendations, man. So shout out to Nathan and his team. And I think the whole team might be coming.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I mean? But I want to thank you because, without your connecting the dots and just reaching out and, doing that thing that you do, you know what I mean? Like how you did the thing with Stetson and got us, some attorneys, some students from Stetson.
Oh yeah, that's looking good too.
And that was like one of the
that was our goal.
Yeah.
That was the goal to, connect with these colleges, man.
And I'll frame, that was one way. So we started talking about, the asset-based community development approach.
Yes.
And so my work is going to like the schools. That's a part of that. Then you go, so you start like as you mapping assets, right?
Yep. Asset mapping the community.
And so when you look at the assets of the community, you see your schools, you see your businesses. And so we're doing 49th Street Business Association as a part of that work because we starting to engage with businesses. We engaging with schools, colleges and universities. Mr. Edmond is engaging with colleges and universities, neighborhood associations, civic groups, churches. That's why you see me in churches, right? Because we actually, like, it's a method to the madness. And we really working it, according to, the plan and the strategy to be able to connect the dots. Artists is another part of the map. And then like elderly and seniors. Then we talk about youth and you know what I'm saying? And we just working our way through this asset map and connecting the dots, getting real feedback.
And letting you know that you're touching everybody in your district. You know what I mean? At least you're giving everybody an opportunity.
You know, the people that want to be engaged, you know.
But I say this all the time about Brother John too, is that when he comes out, we see other people that we've never seen before come out. You know, we've been doing politics for a long time. We've been in these streets. We've been screaming, and we see the same old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We see the same. it's us and 15 more people, and we know exactly who's going to show up and what time they're going to show.
The faithful few,
the faithful or the usual suspects.
Right. And then we sit, we talk, we collab, we do this, and then we back out grinding up.
Yep.
But with you, I've seen faces that I've never seen before.
That's the goal, man.
You know, and to get them engaged and pull out, and it's a few people that has that power to pull them out. You have that. Andrew Gillum had that. You know what I mean? People came out for him. You see when you're really for the people, when they start to buy in, because it's real.
Yeah, and it's been amazing, man. I love it. It's what we was doing before, and so we continue in that path in a new role. You know, have a platform now that's putting us in these spaces, so they respond a little bit quicker than they did before. We've always been on that path.
And you want me to tell you something funny? Somebody just asked me, say, what's your relationship to Brother John? Like, no, but not like that.
Hilarious.
Because I was saying something and they like lit up.
Okay.
Like, you know Brother John? Like that. Like it was like that.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
I'm gonna see if we can get that on the ballot.
Yeah, like,
Brother John. Vote for Brother John.
Yeah.
Let's put that on the ballot.
And then it's like,
if that's what people connecting with, then let's keep going, man.
that was
That's
like,
right.
so
That's
what
right.
shit? No.
Yeah, you know Brother John?
We on the radio every. I was like, that's my boy. Like,
That's my dog.
Dog.
So if you want to connect with Brother John, man, go to d7speaks.com. D7speaks.com.
they say, oh no.
Oh, no.
No, you actually.
So yeah, D7 Speaks. We're gonna really start ramping up again the survey, man. We want to hear from you, and we're gonna put a couple of other engagement points because with the Tropicana field redevelopment is kicking off and it's in full swing, and we want to be able to hear from you all. Want to know what your thoughts are, what your take is, how you feel about certain aspects and different parts of the agreement. Now that these things will be public record, I'm gonna be sharing it on D7 Speaks.
Okay.
So go ahead and subscribe to D7 Speaks. Once you get there, and we're gonna send you information, and we want two-way flow. Like, I don't want to just be sending you stuff. I want you to send me information as well. So if you haven't taken the D7 Speak survey, make sure you take the survey. Give us your thoughts. Let us know how you want to get in the game. That's another part of these connections, is because, again, when we at the schools, they saying we need help. We need volunteers. When I'm in churches, when I'm in, these different spaces, they saying we need help. And so you asking me, how can I help? What can I do? Help. If school and education is your thing, if mentoring is your thing, if, interdenominational ministerial stuff is your
what's
thing.
Your thing? What's your thing?
Like we're going to be able to have
What's your
somewhere
thing?
for you to contribute and really get involved and get off the sidelines, man, because it's going to take all of us doing it.
And Shane to say everyone cannot know a local celebrity.
Okay. Everyone cannot know a local celebrity?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
I can't do that.
Oh, no. Everyone can't say they know a local
Everyone
celebrity.
can't say that they know. Everyone can't say they went to school with the mama of a local celebrity. That's my story. I'll be sticking.
Yeah. That's a story too.
Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, man. We got to ask Kiana in the meantime while we wait on our guest to get
because
here.
we're going to do that. We never did the Would You Rather either.
Oh, so yeah.
We can do the Would You Rather real quick,
Yeah,
and then
let's
ask
do Would You Rather.
Kiana.
Yep.
So, Would You Rather, because would you want to be gassy on the first date or your wedding night?
Say it again.
Would you rather be gassy on the first date or your wedding night?
I'll take gas on my wedding night for $200, please. I don't want to be gassy on the first date. I'll be gassy on the wedding.
Yeah, she don't want to know how stank you is. You don't know how
you locked in.
Wedding night, it's a different level of understanding.
So what's that, thunder?
Is that that you? You smell that?
No.
You smell that?
The rebound.
Make it quick because it's coming back.
Gassy on the I've actually seen some people who had to go to the hospital because of gas.
Because it hurt.
Listen, it's serious. Yeah, it's serious.
They came home and they was like, "Oh, it was gas," and I'm like,
"Oh, yeah, man. Listen, it's serious."
So, what about you, Jabbar?
I'm probably gonna say what Brother John, Yeah. After we done locked it in, let's go.
Take the gas on the wedding night, not on the first date.
But on the first,
it must have been the cake.
You could just end the first date and just say that you don't feel good. Can you?
Yeah.
The first date, just say
nah, today ain't my
best
it
day.
ain't my best day
yep,
today.
change that diet.
That's real. Stop eating that mess.
Yeah, that's
real.
Y'all Steve say first date, but take her to a Mexican place. So it's not
so it's mutual. So we both guess.
So Kiana, which one you?
I'm gonna go with. I want to go with y'all, but I'm gonna go the opposite.
You can't. It can be unanimous.
Like we all like just kind of. Ideally, it's okay on your wedding night because y'all done been together. Right. Like at this point, who really cares? It just might just ruin the wedding night. But then you have a whole honeymoon, hopefully that you can. Recover, and then the wedding night, ideally, you could be on the plane flying somewhere.
Ooh, that's a whole nother level of consideration.
Well, that's messed up.
But if you gas me on the first date, you might not make it to the wedding night.
You might not, but if you go to the
second, third, fourth,
in this here.
This it right now.
So all right, so if it's the first night, I'll just be like, I'm sick. I gotta end it, like, because I'm not feeling well.
Okay.
Right, and then so that cuts it short.
You gotta have somebody that's secure because they're gonna think, well, was it me? Did she want to leave because?
No. I'll call back and be like, I'm ready.
I feel better now. Let's
try it again. Yeah, let's try it again.
All right. So what y'all say? Would you rather be gassy on the first date or on your wedding night? That's what. Would you rather?
Yes.
All right. This is actually the Ask Kiana is something that I actually saw on Kiss page. So shout out to Kiss Brown.
Okay.
So a guy couldn't afford to get his girlfriend car fixed, so she asked her ex-boyfriend, and he helped her.
Oh yeah, I did see that on her
So
page.
my homegirl needed $1,500 to get her car fixed. She asked her man, and he didn't have it. So she got the money from her ex-boyfriend. Now her boyfriend want to break up. Was she wrong? Ask him.
She was.
You ain't excusing that, man. That's my dog.
And let me tell you why. It's really so. I mean,
you gotta explain. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say she wrong. I mean, honestly, if you wanted help from your ex like that, then you should have stayed with him or stayed single. When you come into a relationship with somebody, what did I say? It's the 3 C's: consideration, communication, and commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And so you didn't consider his feelings and how he felt when you go and ask another man for something that you needed to be provided for you, because men are supposed to provide and protect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so just because he didn't have it now doesn't mean that he wouldn't try to get it, try to get it for you. But again, if you're looking for somebody to provide and he's not doing it, maybe you need to look at the situation altogether. But if you're committed to somebody, I'm going to say you're wrong.
So
Shayna said she couldn't ask her mama.
That's real.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, because I'm just seeing the similarities of the money in the relationship.
That's a consistent
it's
theme.
a consistent theme.
It's a motif.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you think? Was she wrong, Mr. Edmund?
Yeah. But
now her boyfriend want to break up.
It's cutthroat out here.
It's tough. Yeah.
You can't. You got to move correct.
Yeah,
you do. I mean, things happen. You know what I mean? And I understand that you need to.
If he borrowing the car, is the boyfriend borrowing the car, and the ex fixed the car, and he in the whip. Is it an Altima? What car she got? What kind of car she got? Kiss. What kind of car? What kind of car she had?
But see, this is so.
$1,500 to get it fixed. That was a transmission.
That was something.
They dropped the motor.
That's a big job. $1,500.
Yeah, he driving it. Yeah, he driving it.
He taking out of work. He ain't working. She need $1,500. They ain't got it.
Oh,
so
no.
she go to Nate.
You sure it ain't Jody? You sure it ain't Jody?
That was Jody.
I'm just saying, we don't subscribe. We don't subscribe to all, and I understand you might need your car. Like,
yeah, that's real now.
Now you might need the car, but like
that's why I asked, is he borrowing the car from her? You get what I'm saying? Is it the family car?
If he can't,
did he fix the family car?
Right.
What kind of contribution was it?
Oh God. Call it Freestyle Friday. You on the air? What's your name?
I only got one question. So would it make a difference if she got it from another man and they never dated?
That's a great question.
So
because I mean, help is help. If you need help, you need help. I'd be more happy with the fact, hey, bro, I appreciate you helping us out because I ain't insecure like that. You can't follow what I do.
Oh man!
But I will tell you,
it was the hey, bro, I appreciate you helping us out.
No, I'm gonna say it's a conversation. So it's a conversation that needs to be had. Like, if
I figure she told him because how you know?
No, he was mad because he found out afterwards too. Because it's a conversation. Like, if you say, "Hey, I know such and such to do it for me," you might feel he gonna give it to me because that's who he is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Go ahead
and then we gotta pay it back. But I'm just gonna let you know it's the way that you move, and again, it's the communication that you have. The 3 C's.
They feel like one of the soft games.
Consideration.
You have 5 seconds.
So, do it make a difference though if they never dated? That's my question. Do it make a difference if they never dated?
I think everything, all the factors.
No, you want me to tell you for men, and I may be wrong. Depending on it, it may not make a difference because
all the factors matter.
No, and because depending on who that friend, like who that person, if that's your brother, he gave you $1,500, ain't nobody mad, right? But if it's a platonic friend that gave me $1,500, my man would probably be like, "What y'all got going on? You say y'all just friends. Who just gave you $1,500?" So you know
that's
what I
what you
mean?
had to do to get them 15.
Like you saying he ain't never liked you, but do he like you for real? Like what y'all, so it opens up a whole nother can of worms. That when you're looking, so yeah, just FYI.
So
great addition to the question. UB, I appreciate that.
Thanks,
man.
UB. Kids say, I just think it's crazy how people try to shame him or the guy for not having the same 1,500. She didn't have to ask, I guess.
But I don't think a lot of people don't just have $1,500 just not in this economy right now. Let's call us like a lot of people just don't have an extra.
So Tyrone got it. What you said, Nate?
Nate might have it.
Or was that Cuddy? Remember on Dead President? He pull up with the lollipop. You know what I'm saying?
So,
yeah.
And I will tell you, kids, I'm with you. I have some friends that I could call for $1,500 with no strings.
Oh, relationships?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
So let me tell you.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
I have an ex that I could probably call for real.
That'll look out.
Now, he might take me through some. He's not going to ask for nothing, but he's petty. So, you know what I mean? I'll be like, I need. He'll say no.
That's just his bag.
He'll be like, no. He'll like redirect me somewhere else. Like go and do because he wants to be the last option.
Yeah.
Because I know how he thinks. But if I really needed and it was dire need, he would help.
Even if you with somebody else.
This is why I'm going to be redirected across the board and
because he'd be like, "That's your man. Your man."
That's the number one.
Why you coming to me when you got a whole man?
Yeah. It's coming. So I probably wouldn't even go.
You don't have questions about why. See, that's why you should have stayed.
So that's who you choose now. Like but
see, that's why you should have stayed with me because
you want me to, he has a better personality. He, you know what I mean? Like he's home every night.
See if that personality can pay the mechanics.
See if you can change my oil with your personality.
So you know what? Here we go. No, don't worry about it. We'll just be on the bus together. Don't worry about it. We'll catch the bus. We'll catch the bus together.
No, we got to come up with something better than that.
If you got to catch the bus, you got to catch the bus.
Yes, you got to until you catch the bus to the car.
People try to they want to sit up there and then shame you for doing what you have to do to get where you need to be.
You most definitely right by that.
Right?
Because it's a different world. They do. Because I was just having that conversation.
If you can't afford a car, you
get on the bus.
Yeah,
get on the bus.
But get where you need to go. So you know what? One day you don't have to ride the bus.
Take the bike and the bus. Put the bike on the bus, and then when you get off the bus, you can ride the rest of the way. I mean, for real, you got to get in.
Multimodal.
Listen, you got to get in where you fit in.
Stuff, man. That's multimodal transportation.
People rocking like that. The front of the bus holds bicycles.
Yeah,
they do.
It's so you can pull up,
Yep.
step. You got to do what you got to do.
And then you see these gas prices. Like you get a whole month bus ticket.
Yeah.
If you tight on money, like don't be ashamed that your car is sitting at the house.
You're right.
And that you hop on the bus because you're saving money.
You coming up with strategies. Coming up with strategies to preserve your money. Yeah.
If you want to know how to be successful and put yourself in a better situation, you cut out luxuries that you don't need.
$100. $100 for gas.
And insurance, you got that too. You got to think about.
You got to think about all of that.
So, maintenance.
Yep. If you make a payment,
I was talking to the lady.
It's an expense.
Cause y'all know I be Ubering on the side, right? Ooh. And so one lady say that like she worked from home, she don't really go anywhere,
right?
So she sold her car. She was like, I didn't need it. The insurance was an extra bill. I don't drive enough, and I just Uber. I save so much money because I go to the store.
Yeah,
somebody come pick me back up, and if it's a dire need, I'll rent a car.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Because you between a car payment, insurance, and all that, some people
and that's actually
in over their head.
That's being led by a lot of people who like also talking about the environmental impact of cars and seeing how we can go car free. And so and a lot of the land use and transportation conversations that we have, and they're talking about, when you're doing development, you want to consider, people who can go, without vehicles.
Right.
And so like if you developing along major transit lines, maybe not having parking requirements, you know what I'm saying? So like you don't have a place to park a car. So because you don't need a car. So when you building, you can build more housing and no parking spaces because it's just it's a conversation.
It's a conversation. I like yards. This is why
you like yards.
I know he's saying like cut down space. Like
like right now in the city of St. Pete policy that if you're building a development that's under 750 square feet, you don't have to have a parking spot because it's a smaller place. And the idea is that you can reduce the amount of
They're
cars.
trying to make us like a up north.
It's just car free. It's like going car free and really bringing us into the future.
But how
when you can take public transit, like what you just said.
Up north. They're making us up north. What do we love about here is that we have
that
big
you gotta
yards.
have a car to go everywhere.
No, I mean,
so we talking about transportation, not yards. I'm talking about transportation.
When you're putting out the car, like the spaces for the cars, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all tie in each other.
But it's not saying that you ain't gonna have a yard. It's just saying that you're not gonna have a park. You're not gonna have a space to park a car. You can maybe have a bigger yard. Because if you put in that space,
if you got a bigger yard, then
so we got a couple comments.
You're gonna be doing yard parking. What do people say?
These some good comments. Damon say, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You can say e-bikes. I'll just say that. Go ahead.
Who got it?
Okay. I was gonna go back to Damon.
Okay.
Damon say, boy, he giving up 1,500. You better know she giving up something.
Not necessarily.
And then Shana say e-bikes are going to be more popular than cars.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. I bought me a scooter and I use it. I like it. Yeah. No gas. Yeah. But okay, and then Yubi say, so does a loan mean there's strings attached, even if it's paid back?
No. So this so here we go.
I think it could be strings attached to everything.
It could be, and it could it is okay. I know what you say. Okay. I will.
I think it's always some strings.
Yeah. Regardless if it's bad or good.
Yeah, I mean,
strings.
You know,
bad or good. Agreed.
It's something like I give you this. I'm still asking you to be. I'm expecting you to be a good friend to me.
And be there for me.
You know what I mean? There's stuff.
And it's a reward for me being there for you.
Even if the string is just my ego and I get to
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's one of the rewards. That's one of the rewards.
Like I'm gonna do it.
I got you. Yeah.
Like you self-serving in your sacrifice.
Yeah.
Dr. King talked about that.
Self-serving in your sacrifice.
That's what Dr. King, he had a really good quote about, people who do good for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
And you have to be mindful of, your motivation for the good that you do. Because even in the good, sometimes you can be doing things out of vain, motivations. And so it's great that you're doing it. But deep down, when you really start to examine why you're doing it, it's a vain reason.
What's your why?
So when you think about that, that's why a lot of people stop broadcasting what they do. Right? They were like, I gotta be humble. Yes. I don't want to do it. But then there's a thin line with there because I was one of the people like, you don't need to know. Da, 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 da. But then how are you going to show people how to get it done? Like this is still also your diary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There is always stories that needs to be told, and this is your legacy as well. You know what I mean? And you wait for somebody else to tell your story.
Yeah,
wow.
I agree.
You know, so
Yeah.
you like, if I don't say nothing, somebody else.
It's a catch. It's a catch
It's both
22.
sides, because
Yeah,
here's
it
the
is.
thing that I'm hearing now. Like, people telling me I need to tell my story more. Like, people need to know what I'm doing and about the
Right.
things that I'm doing, because like a lot of the stuff that I do, people don't really know that I'm doing it because I'm not telling my story. And so, like, I think it's like that balance and that thin line.
But now you
depending
have,
on what
but
your
you have
pursuits
to
are.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And your purpose. Why you doing it?
Your
Yeah.
purpose, and people got to see that you're hired for a job.
Yeah.
And so when they come back and reevaluate you,
Yeah.
and on November, whatever date is going to be next year
Mm-hmm.
for election day, this is your report card. You know
Right.
what I mean? And this is how people going to say, hey, we want you to come back or not. And if they don't see nothing you're doing, and oh no, I'm just humble.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to know.
This
Like,
is all about the impact.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, then somebody else is going to get the glory of your word.
Right. And that's what D7 Speaks is going to be, y'all. D7 is going to be Speaks is going to be the place where you can go and you can find out about what we're doing and how we're doing it. So y'all make sure that y'all go to d7speaks.com and you'll be able to take a look. We got a caller calling.
We got
in.
a caller, and our guest is about to walk on in.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Man, it's very, very, very ashy up here on the air. How y'all doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
Hey,
The voice of the
so
people.
I'm listening to what you're saying about the cars and nowhere to park in the yard. And it's very important because this is a conversation we had on the air yesterday. These non-native St. Pete people, they come here with the great ideas and want to change our city. And this is actually the reason why they left their own city. So now they'll leave from where they're at, come from north and come down south, because now they want a yard. But when we say, oh, we want affordable housing, they come back and say, hey, well, y'all can do this, and then you don't have to have a yard. But that's the reason why you in St. Pete now.
I think it's a mixed bag. I'm hearing both sides of that jab.
I don't like it.
I'm hearing both sides of that.
And I'm very cautious. If you ain't from here, what hood you from?
What set you
If
claiming?
you ain't from here, I don't really want to hear too many of your suggestions.
What set you claiming? But I do think that there is a growing demand for public transit that really is an option that's viable and not that's a need. Like something that you want to be able to do. Like you want to be able to take public transportation because of all of the things that we said. But right now, and this is what I've been telling people. Like, so when I'm in these meetings and I'm having this conversation, I said, as you're trying to advance these ideas about public transportation, you got to realize that public transportation here, where I'm from, when you on it, you're not on it because you want to be. You're on it because you have to be. And as soon as you find a way to get off of the bus, you getting off the bus. Like, you're not saying, okay, let me, take a bus. Let me get rid of my car because of whatever, however. Hey, good morning. Good morning. And so it's more people that I think are on the bus because they have to be and not because they want to be. And
I agree with that, bro.
And
I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and finish. I hear y'all guests coming in.
Yes, sir. But no, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for calling King Jab, the voice of the people. He's on every Thursday on 99 Jams at 9 a.m. You can catch his show, man. He's live and he has Yassine the Dream, and they doing their thing.
Yeah.
So listen up, y'all. Take a breath, my dear sisters. Take a breath, breathe. It's all right. The hardest part is over. You're here now. You're in the building, and we're happy to have you here. I'm trying to get to the introduction because I want to make sure we set it up right. Let me see. In the meantime, in between time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us introduce our esteemed guest for today on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Miss Nola. She's been an icon in Florida's culinary scene for over 7 years, renowned for her exceptional seafood. Miss Nola's journey began with the restaurant that quickly earned a reputation as the best seafood in Florida. What do you think? However, her recent move to Orlando without a restaurant left patrons clamoring for her famous po' boys and seafood. Recognizing the demand for her culinary secrets, Miss Nola decided it was time to share her flavors that made her food so beloved. So she's made a special blend of sauces, seasonings that are available to everyone, allowing them to savor her exceptional seafood. And today we're honored to have Miss Nola as our guest. and we look forward to hearing about her culinary journey and experiencing extraordinary flavors that have made her a legend in the world of seafood. How about that? Let's give it up.
So listen, she made it here. She made it here. I'm so happy because she had a journey.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for this. I'm gotta go to Orlando because I just knew you was finna walk in here with this chicken.
Oh my gosh. Next time I'm gonna come in with the chicken.
Okay, all right.
Because the chicken belly is the bomb, you know.
I love it. I love
Yes.
it. So people who don't know,
Hi, I'm Mrs. Nola, Miss Nola Seasoning Blends. I was in the restaurant business for about 7 years. Everybody always asks me, do I miss the restaurant business? Yeah, kind of, but I love what I'm doing now. So the seasonings and sauces to the world, getting everybody to taste my flavor. So if you did miss coming into the restaurant, you still get to taste some of my flavors around the world. So I'm excited about that.
And so, who are some of the people that has tasted some of your food, like the famous people? I know people like.
Yes. So some people have tasted some of my food. It was Wiz Khalifa and also Berna. We also had a couple more producers and A&Rs came inside of Nola's, but the Wiz and Berna, I was able to cook and let them taste the flavor on a tour. So that was so excited. And also I had a couple of more celebs came into the restaurant also and taste the flavor. So
right. And so with your culinary background, could you maybe share like a pivotal moment or a dish that inspired you in your passion for seafood cuisine?
Yes. Well, the seafood.
Okay.
I love me some seafood.
Okay.
Snow crabs and blue crabs was my favorite. My sister and my mom, that's all they cook. Like at least 3 times a week with seafood.
Yeah.
So I was so used to having my sister and mom's seafood. I just feel like when I go out to the world to patronize other people and it don't taste the same, I'm like, I need some of my sister and my mom flavor. I need them to show me what to do. And we went from there.
Okay. Yeah, I go places too, and I have food, and it's like, it ain't like it ain't like home. It's all right, but it ain't like home.
Yeah,
it's definitely not like home. And I was on the website, and I saw that you in Walmart, and you like tell us about how.
Okay, where I am online in Walmart, on Walmart.com, and I'm also with Amazon. I'm a brand registry. I came that this year, so I'm excited about that as well because that's huge.
Yeah.
Coming a brand registry wasn't easy, you know. So Amazon was able to add me to the brand registry probably like about 4 months ago. So it's going good so far, and it just takes dedication and consistency. So I love it that I am online right now because inside of the stores it's more. I'm gonna say it takes more time to go into the stores because sometimes your product doesn't sell as fast as it sells online. Because we know we go into the store sometimes.
You got a million,
you got a million people up in front of you, but which I am in some stores around Florida, but like Walmart and places like Target, it's just the percentage is sky high. You're looking at 30% more. So if you can do lesser than the percentage you sell online, I think that's the right way to go, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you get to meet your people. You can build relationships with your customers as well.
That's true because you got people that grew up on brands.
Yeah.
Right? And so when you go in, it's like, okay, I got all of these seasonings. But Mama always cooked with this seasoning, and so to get somebody to switch their brand in a store, I can see how that would be more of a challenge than saying, "Hey, look, this your girl, Miss Nola. Check me out. Order my seasonings online."
Right. Because it's so much easier. Because to sell in the stores, when I'm thinking like marketing, I would want to, if I'm my stuff in the store, I'd be like, can I do like a tour through the stores where like I'm pop up? You know how like Publix cook, like let me do my own tour throughout the stores and like set up here, do that, taste this, boom, and then you get
Same thing I do because sometimes I go to Sam's Club, and they be having like a couple dishes out, all the testers. I be like, you know, he don't have 10 testers, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I hear that. I hear that. And so, what are some of like the key lessons that you've learned as you've navigated this journey through like creating your product and packaging it, and like what are some things?
Well, one thing I have learned about shipping and packaging that can be huge in business. You can lose a lot when you coming in the packaging world.
Okay.
Some people don't know how to package their products.
Yeah. Okay.
When I first came in packaging my products, I was lost. I was probably losing money, then gaining money. So that's one of the biggest downfalls in business is learning how to package that product to send it out. And now that I got it now, I'm good at it. So I mean, I can tell somebody else, before you go and spend $20 on the box, I can save you a couple dollars and you spend $7.60 on the box. It's just the way how you package the product.
So have you ever thought about going like on Shark Tank or anything like that?
Everybody asks me that all the time. So listen, you never know. Everybody asks me that, and I would love to go on Shark Tank. I would.
Okay.
Someday.
No, that's amazing. And just again, so like, can you maybe talk about or give some insights into some of the strategies or partnerships that has helped you to, get to the place where you are right now?
Well, I really didn't go in that many partnerships. Okay. I went in, I had like my supporter was my guy that came in, and because when I left Gainesville, closing down the restaurant, I came to Orlando.
Okay.
And so my guy came home one day and say, I think you should do seasonings. Okay. Because I was already doing the butter sauce at one point in time with the restaurant. Right. And sometimes people always still ask about the sauce. So when he asked me, to look at, certain things online that he had sent to me, I looked at it and I executed less than 24 hours.
Right.
And he had been my supporter since then, and plus my fans who's keeping me going. Thank you for you all for keeping the business going strong. But my guy was one of my biggest supporters that was there to say, do this, you're going to do good. Right. And he gave me, he's my cheerleader, he's my big cheerleader. Right. And, we all need somebody to cheer us on, because sometimes when we leave somewhere and we go somewhere else, we get like, what is it to do, So, and especially when you're calling it seafood and selling food, you're like, well, what am I going to do? I mean, I wasn't thinking about selling seasonings. I didn't think about being in over 10 stores, local markets. Right. I didn't think about being online with Walmart, Etsy, Amazon, e-commerce site. I didn't think about that. Right. But when he walked in there and told me that, it's like he gave me my dream. Right. And so I appreciate him for doing that because I've been on Go since then, and that was 2020, and it's 2020.
That's amazing.
Look, partnership. Yeah, with the right partner. This is how you whoever you with is supposed to motivate you to, be great and do greatness. I've seen with your story, and I've seen these two guys right here, how, I've seen how your wife be like, go. Yeah. When Caprice started to run, Jabbar was like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So the right partner, you know what I mean, motivates you to do greatness.
We all need cheerleaders.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't care if it's a friend, mom, sister, whoever it is, we need cheerleaders because they make us go harder.
They do. And when you don't see it, when you get down, it's your team that be like, girl, you got this. Come on, you got this.
If you got a good team. Because you don't want that team to be like,
you're right.
Yeah.
And, go back to corporate man. Wait till them giving you the hours to go to work. Not against that, but I'm just saying. If I can run my own, let me run my own, And that's where I'm at. I'm running my own, and I'm also working with other people. I'm mentoring a lot of people that's coming out now in business, showing them how to become business owners because some people don't know the way. And we have to show them the way, and I want to show them what the mistakes that I made so they won't make the mistakes.
Right.
So, I'm excited. I am. I'm excited.
No, wait, because when I spoke to you, your energy is still the same.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah. And then you Miss Nola, right? And you ain't even from New Orleans.
No.
Oh
my God. Someone told me that. They was like, it was one of my customers. They was like, "You're from New Orleans?" I was like, "No, I'm from Florida." When mean to tell me you rocking New Orleans name and you're from Florida, I say, you know what? I think I'm rocking it good, right? He said, "Yeah, I'll give you that." Like, that is so huge that my brand is in Florida representing Nola.
Because New Orleans, they big, like they say they the best cooks in the world. Like if you go in there, they be like, "Oh no, they get you boy," you know what I mean? They come in there, they say they red beans and rice and everything.
Okay.
If you cooking, you better think that yours.
You better. You better be on the most high. Okay, mine is the best. All about the sauce.
So if like people needed to like, what's your website? Where? So I know you can go on Amazon.
Yes.
All right, and the website. Go ahead.
The website is www.missnolas.com, and you also can find me on all social medias. Miss Nola's Blends. MISSNOLABLENDS on Instagram and TikTok. On Facebook is Miss Nola's seasoning blends with the S at the end of blends. And
that's what's up.
That's where you can find Miss Nola's.
I got a question. So today is American Business Women's Day. I forgot what it was at the top, but like you say, you talk to, you mentor, other people in business. What's some of the advice or tips that you give to people who may just be trying to get into business, particularly in like the distribution and the way that you're doing? What's some of the tips?
Well, some of my main tip, I tell people to stay consistent.
Okay.
Because I mentor a couple of people. I see them all the time. They don't be consistent.
Yeah.
If I'm mentoring you, I may yell at you a little bit, and I may say, "Oh, I'm sorry," but it's to get you together.
Yeah.
Because when you put your money out behind your brand, you don't want it to be a waste. Right. So I tell my people that's coming into the business, if you're not ready to be consistent and focused and love that business, leave it where it's at.
Right.
Because it's going to be days that you're going to have to love that business 7 days a week. Not 2 days, not 3 days. You got to love that business like a baby. And I tell people, when you have a newborn baby and you got to change that pamper, guess what? Yeah. You got to change that business pamper.
Right.
Because you can't let it stay wet. Because you got to make it happen.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you can do that, you'll become successful.
Right.
If you can't change that baby on time, you don't need the business, right?
Right.
Because what? The baby going to get a rash. The baby going to get something.
It's going to cause more
problems.
problems.
It's going to cause problems.
Right.
So why would you bring the problems in your business that you're starting? You should leave it where it at if you're not ready. So I tell all my mentors, my mentees that, hey, you got to be ready. Be ready. If you don't have a baby, we're gonna learn. I'm gonna have one now, and I'm gonna show you. This is your baby. Baby need to be fed.
You gotta birth the baby. Like, that's a lot to go.
Just like a plant. If you got a money plant, guess what? You gotta feed it. You gotta feed that plant. If you can't feed that plant, you're not gonna be successful. You're not. It's not gonna grow.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell them.
No, that's what's
up.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's fire. Yeah.
That's fire, man. And like, when was the moment where you, like, maybe like a customer experience or something where you realized, like, yeah, I really got something here? Like that moment when you was like, somebody bought it, they tasted it, or it was like, I think I got it. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So when I opened up my site, July the 31st, missnolas.com. So when I opened up my site, I was like, well, I went to Instagram because I wasn't a big Instagram fan. I was more Facebook.
Yeah.
So my guy was like, bragging on Instagram. So what I did was I got the Instagram together and I plugged my website. So when I plugged my website, I started doing sponsor ads. I didn't really know how to do sponsor ads with this particular business. I only knew with the seafood business.
Okay.
Because I was selling, the product. because you have to merge the product with the ads. So I said, well, let me just try it. Mm-hmm. So when I tried it, and I like to read a lot too. Everything I do, I read behind it. So I did it, and I went to bed probably about 9 o'clock that night. The next morning I woke up, I started screaming and hollering. I called my business consultant. I said, oh my God. He said, oh no. And he said, you ready? Yeah. He said, you been ready? I say, no, but 13 sales. Like, I got to see how to package. I didn't even, to tell you the truth, I didn't even know how to package right then. Right. So I had to order all these boxes, and I ordered them big because I said they're beauty, they're pretty. Right. So pretty, not thinking it's going to cost me a bunch of money. Yeah. It costs my profit margin, Right. So guess what? I started wrapping the 13 boxes separate and started doing it up. Yeah. Going there, and I was just excited because I was like, I just started this business in less than 24 hours. I got 13 sales. Like, oh my gosh. So it made me go even hard. Yeah. Like, I went hard, like, every day.
So you weren't expecting none.
No, I was not. I wasn't expecting anything. I was like, well, I got to grow this business. I got to pay somebody for, marketing to help me brand. I mean, so when I got them 13 sales, I went to searching on Instagram how to do this, how to do the business, how people marketing it. I went to doing my work, for my business because I knew if I got 13 sales, I can double, triple that.
So the thing is about marketing too, when you look at it, if you can get something at the beginning, I always say that if people are there at the beginning, you have something. Yeah. If you do events, if they're there early, that means the anticipation is there. So if you just dropped it, nobody knew who you was, and they came out there at 13 people. So the anticipation, you know what I mean, and like you had a product. Kudos.
Yeah, thank you, and that's why. And this year, I sat down and said to myself, all my products that I'm bringing out this year, I'm going to put my face on it because why? Because I am me, and I want people to know this is me. Right. I look at how Auntie Mammy had her face on it, but it wasn't her. Right. That wasn't her. Right. But this is me, and I want people to know this is me. I'm not gonna. Uncle Ben wasn't really Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben. I'm not gonna hide myself. Right. I'm not. Right.
So you know what? Listen, we're at the end, y'all.
Oh my gosh, you got good, but hey.
Tell people where to go.
Yeah, tell them where to go.
So check this out. Follow me on social media on IG at Miss Nola's Blends. TikTok, Miss Nola's Blends. You also can follow me on Miss Nola's Seasoning Blends on Facebook.
That's what's up. And then the website, of course.
And also the website is www.missnolas.com, and check us out on Amazon and Walmart.com.
There you go.
I love it.
Go ahead.
Okay, final thoughts. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Wish you nothing but success. I've been watching you on Facebook. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you again for coming. I think you got a really powerful testimony, a real great story, and looking forward to seeing big things from you. We want to remind y'all that we got a lot of stuff going in, so go back, watch the replay, get some of these announcements, get some of this support. Go to d7speaks.com, take the surveys, engage with your council member, and continue to believe and do good.
Yeah, be the change you want to be. Write down those 5 things that make you happy. Hopefully, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is on that list of 5 that made you feel good. That's been it.
Yes, it's been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana,
and I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
We out.
We out, Miss Nola.
Yeah, Miss Nola in the building.
Oh my gosh,
Terra Festa Radio, 99 Gems, the